Hello and welcome to our number talk. Today we are looking at the expression 29 plus 36. What we do in a number talk is we use mental math. That means no paper, no pencil, to try to solve an expression, and then we look at all the different ways we could have used to figure it out. So before we go any further, let's go ahead and do that. Pause the video, work out 29 plus 36 in your head. When you have your solution, unpause the video, and we will look at all of our strategies together. So the first thing that we could always do is to use our associative property to make tens. So the associative property is our grouping property of addition. It lets us take three or more addends and kind of regroup them so we can add different addends first. So let's take a look at our first addend right here. We've got 29. And look how close that is to the next 10. All we need is one more. So what I want to do is I want to take this one from over here and I want to add it with my 29. And that's going to give me a little bit of an easier problem. So my 29 plus 36 is going to change. I'm going to keep my 29, but I'm going to take my 36 and I want to get that one that I need first because that's going to help me get that 29 up to 30. And then whatever's left, well, that's 35. So my 36 just changed to 1 plus 35. What the associative property lets me do is regroup them so I can add my 29 and 1 first. So you notice I kept all the addends together. I kept them in the same order. All I did was I want to add my 29 and my 1 first because that's going to get me 30, right? And then whatever's left over, I'm going to add to my 30. But look at 30 plus 35. Hopefully that's the answer you had in your head, 65. We can also use friendly numbers as a strategy. So what this does is this takes a look at both of our addends, and we're looking for numbers that are a little bit easier to add mentally. Usually they end in a 5 or a 0. So take a look at my 29. Inside that 29, I've got a 25 with just 4 left over. And I'm going to do the same thing with my 36. That's going to be a 35 with just 1 left over. Now, I'm going to regroup them, so my 25 and 35 are together, but I also need to get them together. So I'm going to use the other property that I want to introduce to you. That's the commutative property of addition. It lets you reorder addends. That's why 5 plus 8 is the same as 8 plus 5. You can shift the order. So I want my 25 and my 35 together, because those are my friendly numbers. And that's pretty easy. 5 and 5 is 10. 20 and 30 is 50, so my 50 and my 10 gets me 60. So that's what this is right here, 60. And I just got to add the leftovers, 4 from the first number, 1 from the second number, 60 plus 5, look at that, 65. Next, place value is a great strategy, and many of you go straight to this one, and that's wonderful. What we do is we take each addend and we break it apart into place value. So 29 is like 20 plus 9. 36 is like 30 plus 6. Think of it like expanded form. We're going to use both properties to kind of reorder them and regroup them because I want to bring my 10s together. I want to do my 20 and my 30. So there's my 20, there's my 30. And then I just need to add whatever's left over. So I got my 9 and my 6. So my 20 and my 30 went first. My 9 and my 6 go second. So that's 50. 9 and 6 is a basic fact. That's 15. 50 plus 15, guess what? Number's not changing. We're going to stay at 65. We can also add up in chunks, which is very similar to my place value. The only difference is you keep the first addend together. So I've got my 29 and my 36. And what I want to do is I want to keep my 29 together. I want to break up my 36 into expanded form, 30 plus 6. And then I simply want to shift my parentheses here to regroup them using my associative grouping property. Remember, that's the grouping property. So I can add my 29 and 30 together first. So that's going to be 59. Then I just got to add my 6, so I will have to regroup a little bit there, but it gets us to our same answer of 65. Also, compensation can be fun. It gives us two different numbers, but it makes it a lot easier. So what we do with compensation is we look at both addends and we try to figure out which one is closest to zero, to the next 0. So 29 is 1 away from 30. All I need is one extra 1 and I get it to my next 10. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 1 away from my 36, and I'm literally just going to take it away. So my 36 turns into 35. I'm going to add it over here, and I'm going to change my 29 up to 30. So I have a balanced expression because I took 1 away, but I added it to the other add end. And look at that, 30 plus 35, 65. Super easy. So those are all the ways that I can think of to add 29 plus 36. If you can think of another way, that's wonderful. Go ahead and add it as a comment on the video. If you are a teacher and would like a copy of the slide deck for your own use in the classroom, you can find it on my website, 5minutemath.net.